Today we are going to learn how to create a website using Google Sites. So in my last video, we talked about template versus custom website design and what the differences are between a template version of a website versus a custom. Basically, it's the Ford Pinto versus the Aston Martin. We also talked a little bit in a previous video about Canva, and why Canva is not the best option for creating a website. One of the major differences with using Canva that many people may not realize is it is not going to allow you to have e-commerce shopping capabilities. So if you want to sell a product or service on your website, and you're using Canva, you're not going to be able to do that because Canva is not a platform that is really best designed for the web. However, if you have a Gmail account like I do, in your Gmail account, you have a tab called Google Sites. And in the Google products, you can actually build a website for free on Google Site, and you can link to a website such as Name Silo, where you can buy a domain name and have it point to your Google site and have it online. So if you were to go to my website, stacyschilling.com, and click on the link Private Lessons, you can sign up for 5, 10, or 20-hour private lessons with me, and I would be able to help you one-on-one set up your domain name and your hosting, as well as help you answer any additional web design questions that you might have, whether it's Google Site or Wix or Squarespace or Weebly or even a custom website. I can help you with that. But if you are wanting a website, or if you have a client that wants a website, or if you are a client that is a new business owner and you're like, I need a website, but I can't afford to hire a designer, and I want to be in control of everything because I want to say that I can do it all, even though I have no experience in website designing whatsoever because it's not what I do in my business, but I want to have control. This website is going to be beneficial for you because I'm going to walk you through how you can create a website on Google Site for free and even include some PayPal buttons. So you'll notice I have my site page open and you'll see my icon in the upper right-hand corner. You'll notice a couple versions of another website that I have on Google Site. So if you go to stacymakemeover.com, and if we click on my Google Chrome link, you will actually see my website for my other business. So aside from teaching education design courses, I also teach makeup classes and also some makeup and skincare. So if you ever need any makeup and skincare, you can always reach out to me. This site, as you can see, stacymakemeover.com, was built completely on Google Site. I needed to quickly create a website to let people know who I was, see some of my makeup looks, as well as contact me about the holiday makeup classes I will be starting on Sunday, December 19th at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This entire site was designed and built right in Google Site. And I'm just gonna scroll through the site just really quickly so you can kind of get an idea of what is going on with the site. Now, one of the positive things about Google Site is you can add things such as a buy now button, and this will go to my PayPal account that you can buy. This shop products will go to my website where you can actually purchase the makeup and skincare products I sell and use personally in my own life. It also will allow you to add videos from YouTube. So I have a YouTube channel. So if you go to YouTube, I actually have 2 YouTube channels. One YouTube channel is Stacy Make Me Over, where I have makeup looks that I have done previously. And then you can go to the other channel where you're watching this video, which is Stacy Schilling Education Design Hub, and see all the education videos that I have created. So you can take any videos that you have created on your YouTube channel and put them on your Google Site website. So it's so easy to do. And then you can put in any type of information. As you can see, some bio about myself and some pictures, my education. You can sign up and contact me for private makeup classes, or if you want to do a private group class with a bunch of family members or girlfriends, for instance, you can contact me there. You can click on the link that says Stacy's Makeup Tips. And when the page loads, not only will you see me again and my logo, but you'll also see a little bio about myself, as well as links to the products that I used in each of the different videos, as well as all the videos that you'll see on my YouTube channel. So I put them in 2 separate locations. And then the last link on the website is holiday deals. So we have a bunch of holiday bundle deals available for Black Friday. So we have 7 weeks of deals. So under each day that a deal is released, I will have a picture, the name of the deal, the products that it includes, the cost. And then if that deal is available, you will see a buy now button where you can actually click on my website and purchase that particular deal. So this is how I created this website. We're going to go back to Firefox and we're going to go back to this site. So this is my Google site. So I have a couple different versions. This is the current version for the holiday. This was the previous version of the site prior to adding all the holiday information and the holiday classes. And this was a prior version that I had created even before then. So what's kind of nice about Google Sites is you can create multiple versions of your site and publish them, and it will keep copies in here. If you do not want a copy of a video, just click on the 3 little ellipses that are on top of each other and hit remove, and it'll basically trash that file. If you trash the file, no, you cannot get it back. So if you're not sure if this website design will work for you, my recommendation is to hit the little ellipses that are on top of each other and hit rename and give it a new name or make a copy of it. So that way, if you need to come back to it later on, you don't have to worry about it. I'm actually going to just go through briefly the portfolio link, just in case you are wanting to create a portfolio for yourself. But what's nice about Google Sites is in the gallery, it's given us a portfolio option, a restaurant option, a project option, a help center, or an event. So if you're a small business watching this video and you own a restaurant or even a bakery and you're like, I need to get a website up to let people know who I am, that my doors are open, or I have a food truck, and people just need to know about who I am in my business and how to reach us online, you can click on the restaurant link and use that layout. If you're doing a project, I would click on the project page. If you're doing a help center, you can use the help center, or if you're creating an event. Now, just because it says restaurant doesn't mean it's tied for just a restaurant. So if you are a business owner and you need to create a website for yourself and you want to have large pictures to show off your products, is it okay to use the restaurant feature? Absolutely. So don't feel like just because it's specified as restaurant, only restaurants are allowed to use that design. You're able to use that design as well if necessary. The same thing with the portfolio link. The portfolio will allow you to do anything you want. So if you're a photographer, you can use the portfolio for photography, your photography website. If you're a designer, so a graphic designer, interior designer, website designer, needlepoint designer, you can use the portfolio. Or, and I know some of you are like, Stacy, will you just skip the portfolio and go to the blank option? Because I want complete control and I just want to see what a blank website looks like. And you know what? I'm going to do that, because if I don't show you blank, I think a lot of you are going to go nuts on me going, Stacy, please show us the blank one. So let's take a look at it and see what it will look like. So if you are starting from scratch and you want a blank canvas, you're going to hit blank and wait for the page to reload. Now with the blank, it's exactly as the title implies. It is blank. So now you have to fill in all the information. So you're gonna have to change your page tile. You're gonna have to change your image. You're gonna change the header type. So if you click on header type, it'll give you a cover image that will be like a cover. So when you think cover, think of the cover of a book. So if you're gonna go to the bookstore, and as soon as you walk in, you're going to see books that are propped out with the covers facing you. That's because the bookstore is trying to get you to buy those books. That's the same concept that the cover is on the Google site. It's going to be a large image. The large banner is going to be about half the size. Banner is going to be about half the size of large. And then title only is going to be no picture. So depending on what your website needs, you might need a banner or you might need a large banner. It's completely up to you. Now, can you customize it any other way? No, you're locked in. So even though you do have some customization options in Google Sites, it is going to prevent you from doing anything else. You can only work with the options that it gives you. So yes, it's going to be limited, but you can add things in Google Site and it is free. So take advantage of the site. Also, if you're a designer and you're wanting to freelance and get out on your own and you're wanting to build websites and you want to build a portfolio just to showcase your work, Google Sites is a great way to practice using the program to build a website, to have different versions of a published website design, just to showcase. Website design and costs can be very, very expensive, especially if you're going the custom route. So this is a great way to practice on a free version without spending any money at all, just only the things that you need, like photographs that you have to purchase or pay somebody to take or so forth. All right, so you can add text. When you click inside the box, you can highlight your text. You can change your text to whatever text is available. You can just pick a font and then click on it. It will change. Basically, this little text toolbar kind of works very similar to a toolbar in Microsoft Word or in Google Docs. It's just a smaller condensed version. So you can change the title, heading, subheading, or text, any one of the sizes, or you can change the font size. Now, I will tell you a couple things with Google Site, and I don't know if it's just because it's me and my computer and I'm on Mac, or if this is just across the board on everyone that uses Google Site. Sometimes you'll do something and Google Site will do something weird, like kick you out. For instance, sometimes I will try to use the drop down to change a font size, and it's like Google will kick me out. I don't know why. I don't know if it has anything to do with my account. I don't know if it's the site itself. I don't know if it's the browser. So if you're working in Google Sites and you're doing something and things are taking a long time to load, for instance, like a picture, or you put a picture in your page and it somehow disappears, you're like, where's that picture? I know I just put it in there. Just remember, it's not you, it's Google. You're gonna have to contact somebody. You could probably do a search and look for like a Google Site menu or a Google Site need help or something like that. And you'll be able to send a message or post a message in the community, and people that work for Google or that have been experienced with it will be able to message you back with additional questions and solutions. So just be aware of that. So there are some kind of funky things that I have run into. Like I said, I don't know if it's my version. I don't know if it's because I'm on Mac. I don't know if it's because something in the account, or if it's just a Google thing in general. So you're going to change this and change whatever the type is. You can bold it, italicize it. You can make it an underline. You can change the text color. So if you don't want it white, we want to make it red, we can make it red. Now, is it really legible? Not really, because red text on that dark color is hard to see. So we're going to make it back to white. And we're going to make it back title, and I'm going to go ahead and make it bold so we can see it. Now, the link is, you can insert a link, so you can link to an email address, or you can link to another website page. So if you want to link to an external website, so say you wanted to link to Amazon, you can click on the chain link and then link to Amazon. You can change your justification, so you can align your text left, right, or center, or full justify. You can trash it, and then if you hit the 3 ellipses right here, it gives you more options. So you can increase your paragraph spacing, your line spacing. So we call that in the design world on the print side leading. In the website, we call it line height. It's the spacing between lines of text, so you can increase it and decrease it. You can increase or decrease your indentions, and then you can strike through text. Personally, I think strike through is stupid, because if you don't want the price, just take it off the website. It's really not that hard. And then you can clear the formatting. You can play with this all on your own. I'm just going to show you the basics of Google Site. So that way, if you want to build a website with Google Site, you're not completely lost. You're like, oh my God, I know exactly what to do. Now you have something on the left side, on the right, you have something on the right side of the screen. Text box, images, embed, and drive. Okay, so you can click on text box. A text box will come up and we'll say, this is a text box. No problem, right? Now, if you click on the little icon that looks like a palette and says selection colors, I'm going to click on that. And when you click on style, you get 3 different options. Style 1, which is white. Style 2, which is gray. Style 3, which is the color of the theme, which we'll get to here shortly. And style number 4 is you can upload an image. I'm not going to upload any images, but if you'd like to upload an image, you can. I'm going to go back and hit style number 2 and use a little gray box just so you can see the text. I'm going to take this text and make it from normal, and I'm going to make it to subheading just so it's a little bit larger and you can read it, okay? You also have images, so if you click on the images button, you can hit upload or select. I'm not going to upload an image. You can upload it on your own. Now, if you need to embed HTML, click on the embed link, and it's going to ask you for the URL or the embed code. So if you are given some HTML code, for instance, and you're like, and the website that's giving you the HTML code is saying, go put this code on your website. And you're like, oh my God, I have no idea where to put code. I know nothing about code. Do not panic, okay? You're going to want to go to the embed link. Don't go to by URL because that's the domain name. So that would be http://www.stacyshilling.com/privatelessons.html. That would be a URL link, okay? You want to go to embed code. And you'll notice it gives us the little cursor, and it gives us in gray that we can see in brackets HTML. That's an HTML tag. You're going to copy and paste your HTML code right in this box, okay? Are you going to have to know HTML? No. Literally, they will have a copy option, which will copy to your clipboard of your computer. Then you can paste it right in this box and hit next, and then it'll go through a couple minor steps. Nothing hard, nothing crazy, nothing like rocket science. If you're still not sure on how to embed code, or if you have questions, then go to my website, stacyshilling.com, click on the link Private Lessons, click on 5, 10, or 20-hour lessons, book lessons with me, and when I get your email that you've purchased, I will email you back with some days and times that I have available in my schedule for us to get together. In that email, I will also ask you what it is you are looking for in regards to my help. You're going to reply back to me what days and times work with your schedule and my schedule, as well as what exactly you need help with. So that way, when we have our lessons, I know exactly where to start based on what you need help with. So don't feel like you're lost. Don't feel like you have to do it on your own. I am here to help you. So just know that. I'm going to cancel out of this one. And when you hit Drive, it's going to pull anything that you have saved on your Google Drive, okay? It also gives you layouts, okay? The square that you see with the icon that looks like a circle and a mountain, so it looks like a sun in the mountains, signifies picture. The solid lines or the thin lines that you see represent text, okay? You can create any one of these layouts. You can click on the layout and it will show up on your artboard, or you can click and drag it right on and it will show up. Now, when you click on any one of these layouts and they show up on your Google site, okay, you click on the plus sign and now it gives you options. Upload, so are you going to upload a picture? Are you going to select an image that's already uploaded? Are you going to go get something from your Google Drive? Are you going to link to a video on YouTube? Are you going to link to your calendar or a map? So these are the different options that you can choose from. So you can do 3 images, you can do 3 maps, 3 calendars, 3 videos. You can do 2 images and a video. It's completely up to you. You need to pick whatever layout that works for you here. If you want to delete something, click on the one item you want to delete and then click the delete box that looks like a trash can and it will automatically remove it and then it will leave you space. Now, you're like, but I want some text there. So let's add some text. We're going to scroll on down. Actually, we're going to click text box. And when you click text box, it's automatically going to put it on your site. Now, Google Sites is stupid, okay? It's not a human. It doesn't know what your website layout needs to look like. You know what your website layout needs to look like based on your sketch, that you have drawn on paper, okay? If you do not know what I'm talking about, you need to go to my website, stacyschilling.com. You need to click on the course, Learn the Pretty Side of Website Design. In that course, you will get video on demand lessons that will take you through my entire design process of how to create a website design all the way up to wireframing. So I share with you colors that you could use and what they all mean. I also share with you what fonts, the difference, and we go into a little bit more information on template versus customized website design. We also look at different layouts of website designing that you can use. We also look at pricing and budgeting. So if you're actually building out websites for somebody else because you are a designer and you're wanting to charge clients, I do show you how to calculate your freelancer's hourly rate. So it's a great site to go through. So before you even tackle this, that would be a class that I would recommend you take to really wrap your head around all the things that go into creating a website. Because I will tell you right now, if you start playing in this program and trying to move things around without having a clear vision on paper, which is your roadmap, your sketch, your wireframe of where you're going and what the site looks like, you're going to waste so much time and energy. You're going to be like, why am I doing this myself? So if you do not want to waste time and you want to get in and get out, meaning you want to design your website as fast as you can as possible and get it launched online so people can start coming to your website and you can generate money to your business or your client's business, okay? Then you need to go to my website and purchase my Learn the Pretty Side of Website Design course, because I will cover all of that in greater detail. We just don't have enough time in this video. So let me quickly move on with this. You're going to click on this text box, and when you click on it, you're going to literally drag it where you want it to be. And eventually it shows up right underneath, and then you can say, this is the text box that I just moved from down below. If I can spell today, that would be wonderful. Okay, then you can change the text to wherever you want, okay? And if you want to click to edit, you're just gonna click in the box and edit your text, and you can change your size. You can collapse a group, you can add a table of contents. And as you notice, when I hit table of contents, it made it to the top. You can add an image carousel. So if you click on image carousel, what it's gonna do is it's gonna ask you to upload images. You wanna upload a minimum of 2. I think at one time on my site, stacymakemeover.com, I think I had like 8 to 10 images. So if you want to have like 8 to 10 or 5 different images of your design work or your clients' products that they're showcasing, you can do that with an image carousel, and you can set the speed and slow it down or speed it up to see how fast or slow you want the images to go through. You don't want to go too fast that people are getting dizzy and sick and they don't want to come back to the site, but you don't want to be too slow that it's like, hurry up, get to the next image. You want to set it that mid-range speed to where they're moving at a nice pace to where you can see the image, and then as soon as you kind of take in everything from the image will change to the next one. You're going to do it right there. You're going to click the gear shift, and it's going to say show captions if you have any captions. Auto start. I like to auto start my carousels. That means as soon as the page loads, the carousel of images are going to start rotating immediately. I always do that, and then you're going to change the transition speed to fast, slow, or start, whatever works for you. If you're not sure what you want to do with your carousel, go ahead and add show captions. You can always uncheck these boxes if they don't work for you. You can show auto start and see what the website looks like when it auto starts. You can take it off to see what it looks like when it doesn't auto start. You can change the transition speed it up or slow it down, whatever works for you. It's completely customizable. This is all you get though. But this is better than nothing. And you can't really do this in Canva. So that's kind of one of the benefits of Google Sites. I'm going to cancel out of this one. You have a button. So if you click on the button, you can name the button. So we'll say buy me. And then I'm going to give it my link of my website, makemeover.com. And I'm going to hit insert. And now this button is actually linked to my website, stacymakemeover.com. So if you were to click on this buy now button, if this website was live and I publish it, and you click on this link, it's going to take you to stacymakemeover.com, and then you can purchase anything off that site. You can create a button anywhere. You can also And it doesn't have to be a website you own. It could be to another website. For instance, maybe you have a referral link to a shop somewhere online, like on Etsy. You can create your website here or your client's website here and then link to a buy now or a shop now or limited time offer, whatever call to action you want to give your button. You can link it to anything on the website on Etsy. So you don't have to go to the Etsy homepage. You can actually go to the Etsy shop. And then if there's an item on the shop that's actually like for sale, for instance, right now we're in holiday season, so everybody's in gift mode. So if there's a particular gift in your Etsy shop that you're wanting to sell, either your own as because you're a small business owner or you're a designer creating a website for your client, okay, you can actually link it to that actual page on the Etsy where that product is for sale during this time of year and link it right here on the Google site. Super easy to do. You can add a divider, which is also called in the design world a horizontal rule. You can add a placeholder. Placeholder is like hold in place. This placeholder can be anything. It can be a calendar. It can be a YouTube video. It can be a picture, whatever you choose. So as you're creating the site, you can throw these placeholders into your design just to hold a spot for what's supposed to be there. And then you can go back in and add your information later on. You can add a calendar. You can add a map to anything specific. So I'm going to put map and I'm going to say Venice Beach, Los Angeles, California, my favorite place to be. I'm going to click on that. And then it's going to come up and there's Venice Beach in California, my favorite beach. And I'm going to hit select. And then you'll notice that it actually put the map up of Venice Beach, California. Then when this website is viewable online, your viewers can hit directions and actually get directions to your location on the site. So that's something really, really cool that you can do that you can't do on Canva. And then docs. Your docs are going to be anything in your Google Docs that you have. So your Google Docs, your slides, your sheets, your forms, your charts, anything you create in your Google products. So if you click back over here, you'll see all the Google products that Google allows us to create. So we have our slides right here. We have voice and travel and so forth. So any one of these things that you create, Google Sites will allow you import into your site, which is pretty darn cool. Now, a couple other things before we roll on out of here. I know you're getting super excited to be like, you're probably thinking, oh my goodness, I had no idea how easy it was to use Google Site. Yeah, it's really easy. It's not really rocket science. Click on Untitled Site, and I'm just going to say practice website. And you can give it a name. And then it's going to show up here. Anything you put up here is going to show up down here. So if you want to change it to your company name, if you add a logo, I will tell you right now, it's going to be really, really, really tiny, which is why when I built this website out, if we go back to the home page, you'll see my name for my company written out, Stacy Make Me Over, really small. If I was to put my logo up here in this left-hand corner, it's going to be really, really small and really hard to see, which is why I went for type here that says Stacy Make Me Over, as well as putting the logo in the upper left-hand corner. This is one of the strongest focal points when you are putting logos on a website, is the upper left-hand corner. Nice tip there. So that's why my logo is a lot larger. If we go back to Google Site, we're going to click on Pages. Now, it's really easy to add a page. It's really not rocket science, okay? Look to the bottom of the screen at the right-hand corner. See the circle with a plus sign? Click it. Give it a name, whatever the name is. So you can say New Page. And then you have an Advanced tab. You can click the Advanced tab if there's a particular path. You want to give it a particular name. We're just going to say New Page. I'm going to hit Done. And now you have a new page. And it automatically will build in the layout, the navigation for you, so you don't even have to do it. You can add as many pages as you like. It's completely up to you. Last few things I want to show you with Google Sites, because I know some of you are getting super excited to like go into Google Site and try it out for yourself. But I highly recommend you go to my website, stacyschilling.com, and click on the link for the course, Learn the Pretty Side of Website Design, because I will tell you right now, that course will save you so much time and energy trying to figure out what to do with website design. I will tell you, you have no idea how many design students I have worked with that have tried to build a website without having a sketch and a concept and an idea of what the site looks like. Website design is 80% planning and execution. It's 20% design. So if you think you're going to come in here and whip this out in 5 minutes, I can guarantee you it's not going to happen. You are going to waste so much time trying to figure out what you want to do because you're working from your head. And if you're watching this video, you're probably not experienced enough or at all in knowing how to take the design in your head and translate it into a digital space so that way you can see it as an online functioning website. If you're not a designer at all, or you're just getting into design, it is super difficult and challenging to work from your mind and go straight to the computer. I've been designing for over 20 years, both for print and web. So when I have a concept and idea in my head, if I know exactly where it's going, whether it's going to a template website or a custom website, or if it's going to the print or what type of printing, if I have an idea exactly where it's going and I know exactly what I want to do for the design, I can pretty much whip it out pretty quickly because I've been designing for over 20 years and I know what I'm capable of doing and how I need something to look and function. But if not, I'm going to sketch it on paper and get the ideas out of my head so I can make sure it works and it can translate, especially digitally. Because what you have in your head and when you translate it digitally, it's going to be two different things. And if you're not used to doing that, you really need to work on paper. That's why I'm recommending my course, Learn the Pretty Side of Website Design. It will really help you with that. Now, a couple minor things before we finish up. Click on themes. You've got some themes. When you click on any one of these themes, you're going to have some limitations. So I'm going to click on Impressionism, or Impression as they call it. You'll see that the font changed and the background of the image changed to like this gray map looking image to something else. Every time you change a theme, the background's going to change. Unless you replace the picture with your own, you're going to be stuck with whatever Google Sites gives you. Now, you do have some colors that you can change, and they're minor. And yes, you can change the color. So if we want to change this gray color to another color, let me pick a different theme so we're not scrolling down off the page. So say we said, I'm not sure if I like Aristotle. I'm not sure I like green, but I want a different color, but I want my branding colors. Click the paint bucket. Now in there, you've got a little chart where you can click on any one of these areas and pick the color, okay? Or you can use the slider. If you really want to know your exact color, you want your web color, which is your hexadecimal color, okay? And you're like, hexa what? Hexa what? Hexadecimal, okay? Hexadecimal color is this bad boy right here that I've highlighted. You look in the right side of my screen and you'll see a pound sign and an 853737. That is called a hexadecimal. It is a specific combination of 6 letters and or numbers that are designed to create a particular website color online. Now, the web will only allow you to have 256 colors. You cannot get 257 or 58 colors. It only will allow you 257 colors. So if you want the specific exact web color from your branding, you'll need to find that out from your designer that created your logo. You need to ask them what the hexadecimal colors are. If you don't have a designer or if you don't know how to figure it out, you can find out in opening it up in the image in Photoshop. You can even use Illustrator if you want, or Affinity Photo or Affinity Designer. And when you click on color and use the eyedropper, you can sample the color. And when that box pops up, you'll see a hexadecimal color at the bottom of the screen. It'll give you that 6-digit letter and number combination. And then you'll see the color as well as that combination. You're going to write that down and type it in this box, and then it will change to your actually company colors of what they need to be. Now, with these layouts, you only get a few options for fonts. So if you don't like the modern, try classic. If you don't like the classic, try bold. If you don't like any of those, then pick a different layout. You are limited in font styles and layout options in Google Site, but it's better than nothing. So you have restrictions that you have to conform to, but it's not a total loss. It's a matter of what can you live with and what can you live without. So to me, it's more important to have my brand colors than the actual design. And if I find a font style that I like, then I'm just going to roll with it. And then a couple last minute things that I want to share with you so you can really understand is you'll notice this little preview icon. Oh, you'll see these arrows. one is to undo the last action. Click the arrow and you'll go back a step or 2 or 3 or however many you need to go. The arrow is redo the last action. So click the arrows to go forward or backward to undo or redo your changes. The little icon in the upper right hand corner that says preview, click on that. When you click on it, look at the bottom right hand side. You're going to see a little black bar here. Click on one. This is large screen. Click on the center one, which is tablet, and it's going to show you what your website's going to look like on a tablet. Click on the far left, which is phone, and it's going to show you how your website is going to render on a phone. And then you can click the X to get out of that, and then it'll take you back into the layout. So if you're designing your website and you're like, how is this going to translate to mobile or tablet devices? Use the preview option and then select mobile or tablet so you can see how it actually looks. You can't do that on Canva. You can't. So that's another thing. You can link to an unpublished site, but we can't copy a link for an unpublished site because we're not publishing it. You can share the site with others, so you can add other people to work on the site. My theory is if I'm working on a website, I don't need anyone else working on with me unless it's something massive and large where I need multiple hands on deck. If I need multiple people to work on a site, it's going to be a custom site where there's going to be coders that are going to be doing the back end of the ugly side of the website where I'm working on the pretty side, which is that front side. You've got another gear shift with your settings. Your settings are customizable. You can add that nav bar at the top, so that announcement banner. So if we go back to Google Chrome, this is the announcement banner that I have here. You are limited on what you can do. You can do top or side. Pick one or the other. You can't have both. You can't do the bottom. You can't do the middle. You have the color of transparent, white, or black. Pick one. That's all you get. So you can't make it your website color, your company colors. You just got to choose whatever it is and make it work. You can add your logo here, but it's going to be really, really tiny, which is why I didn't add mine. Your favicon is going to be the icon up in your address bar. Your viewer tools, so if you want people to view any information about icons or anchor links, you can turn these on or off. You can custom your domains. So if you have a site, like this one gives you the example of www.yourdomain.com, you're going to start the setup. If you need help setting this up and you're not sure, you want to go to my website, stacyschilling.com. You're going to click on the link private lessons. You're going to purchase 5, 10, or 20-hour lessons with me. When I give you some open availability in my schedule so we can set a lesson up, when I email you back with those availabilities, you're also going to email me back what slots you want so you can book them on my calendar, as well as let me know I need to get my website domain set up with Google Sites and I'm not sure what to do. That is why I'm contacting you. I also want some feedback on my website design to see if it's designed and executed correctly or if there's improvements. That is what I'm here for, so do not be afraid to ask me. My private tutoring is not just subject to homework help or program help. It is, I need some guidance, I need some feedback. I have a teacher and I don't know what the heck I'm doing in class. I need help. That is why I am here, is to help you. So never be afraid to reach out and purchase some lessons so I can help you. Click on analytics. If you've got a Google Analytics tracker, that'll be able to track how much traffic is coming to your website. And then this is your announcement banner. That's that banner I had at the top. You can change the color. You can make an announcement of what it is. You can label it as a button and a link. And then you can make it on all pages or homepage. So I'm sorry, it was in the wrong location. Your navigation is this right here. So top or side, and you'll see it comes up over here. That was my fault. Your announcement banner is that call to action that I have right here. And then it's supposed to be linkable and it's not. I don't know why, so I have to go back in and fix mine. That's okay, it's not the end of the world, just a minor inconvenience. Nothing is anything to get super mad or angry or upset about or stressed out about. It's just like, okay, I got a hiccup, I got to fix it. Let me just move forward and make a list of what I have to fix and then come back at a later time. So don't make things any more complicated than they are. Once this is out, just click off. And then when you're ready, you can hit publish and it will publish your website. And then when it publishes, you can go back and look at it and see exactly how does your website look. When you're logged into your system, okay, for a Google site, you'll see a circle with like a little, looks like a little pencil down here. That's the edit mode. So if you realize there's something that you need to change on your site, like you didn't realize you had a typo, just click on that icon in the bottom right hand corner. You'll be able to go back into the page, make another edit, and then preview it, and then republish your website again so people will be able to see your website. So I hope this video was super helpful. I know some of you are like, oh my goodness, I had no idea what I could do with Google Sites. Yes, it's free to use as long as you have a Gmail account. It is super easy. It is not rocket science. It's not going to take you a super long time to use unless you don't have a vision of what your website looks like. So if you have any more questions about Google Site, how to use it, if you have any more questions on template websites or custom websites, if you're trying to decide what to do for a website for your client and you are either a designer and you're breaking off and trying to get into the business on your own and you want to know what to do, if you're a small business owner and you need to do a website and you still have a lot of questions as to, is Google Site better for me? Is Canva better for me? Is Wix or Weebly or Squarespace or custom, and you're just feeling like, I have all these questions and I got some great information from Stacy, but I have some specific questions that are specific to my needs for my business, you can contact me. Just go to my website, stacyschilling.com, click on the link that says private lessons and book 5, 10, or 20 hours, okay? I will tell you those 5 hours go very quickly if you're thinking about going with 5 hours, because if you feel like you have a lot of questions, a lot of information, I would recommend either going for 10 or even 20 hours of my time, because we want to cover as much material and I don't want you to feel like you're repurchasing every 5 hours. So, and we can go through all these questions and I will be able to move as fast or as slow as you need. And I will be able to individually answer your specific questions in regards to your website. If you're using the right hosting platform, if you're designing well, if you say you've designed a website for yourself for a client and you just need some feedback, is this designed well? I'm having a problem. I've got a broken link. Imager's not showing. What am I doing wrong? Or I just got this project from somebody, like I have a client right now I'm tutoring. She just took on a website about a little over a month ago from somebody else in Wix, and she's never used Wix. So I'm training and teaching her how to not only use Wix, but also answering those questions at the same time that she is needing as she's working on the client's website in regards to the software and how it function, so she can understand the program and understand how to do her job better for her client. That's what I'm here for. So if you need that help, you just need to reach out for me and ask me and say, hey, Stacy, this is exactly what I need help with. Can you please help me? And I would be more than happy to, because nothing frustrates me as a designer and as a visual design expert than students that don't ask for help that need it, that they're afraid to spend the money and the time and invest in understanding what they don't know and how they can do something different or better, or if they're so lost and confused and overwhelmed that they're afraid they're not going to get the help. That is my job. My job is to help you understand the material and make things easier on you. So again, if you have any questions, you can always go to my website, stacyschilling.com, and click on the link private lessons for private lessons. If you are designing websites for the first time, before you even contact me for private lessons, I would highly recommend and encourage you to take my course, Learn the Pretty Side of Website Design, so you can really understand and wrap your mind around what website designing is and how to do it. Because I think with that course, that will answer a lot of your typical questions. And once you've gone through the material, you might go, I know exactly what I need to do. So before I contact Stacy, let me take all the education that I just learned from her videos and apply it to what I'm doing and go forward with what I'm working on. And as I'm working on my project or my client's design projects, and I'm starting to run into headaches or issues or questions, let me make that laundry list of information to sit down and write to her, this is what I need specific help with, so that way I can finish this project faster in a timelier manner. That would be my recommendation. All right, designer, I hope this information on Google Sites helped you. Leave me a comment if you think it did or did not. If you found value out of this video, please subscribe to my channel so you can stay up to date with all my videos, as well as sharing this video with other people that you think might have found something useful and beneficial for their needs. Have a great day, designer. Bye.